my tips for anyone that nowadays is looking at trying to be good at sales is don't be good at sales. Be good at building trust.
Yeah.
Be good at connecting with people. Don't sell. You're not there to sell. So that's where I came up with. I started using it in my with my sales teams back in the day, which is the high trust selling method, which is to build connection with people, which was a process of deliberate. There's deliberate questions, but you're more listening than talking. If you're talking a lot, you're losing the position. You're losing the opportunity. It should be a good question, and you're listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening for keywords that are coming out. A part of my strategy was always to paraphrase those keywords, so say it back. It was always a part of that. So that's a part of building rapport and connecting with people. Mirroring their movements was always a thing for me. But these are pretty, this is kind of once you get past all the always be closing strategy, you're starting to get into some pretty high level kind of psychology, like psychology of connection and relationships. So it's not something that's easily learned. I've been working in the coaching space and coaching PTs how to be smarter at the whole process and how to avoid not having good systems in place and having structures in place, and so that way your job is made easier, because admin should be a small part of the job, but it should be effective. Right, should be automated, should be systemized. We need to McDonald's the shit out of our admin so we can be better coaches, right? And so, having experience in a range of business operations, now coaching was just the natural kind of progression for me.
Fairly big sort of bust up, if you like, on one of the forums recently was around business coaches. There's clearly some people who feel that they're not offering much value for what they actually provide.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's super easy for people to come out and say, I do all this coaching, rah, 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 but if you haven't done the hard yards, then it's not going to be of any value, because they just can't relate to the challenges that are on the forefront of small business right now. I think you've got to have something a little bit more substantial for a PT. So if I'm going to coach a PT, you've got to bring something a little bit more substantial to the table. So it comes back to those 3 points again. How do I help someone find their purpose? All right, because their purpose is going to be related to their why, and their why is going to be related to their who, and their who is going to be related to their niche. All right, so first of all, it's personal brand, and then organizational brand. So targeting that first. All right, so get that taken care of. All right, then we look at cash flow strategies. All right, so okay, now that we know your who and the why and the niche, how do we speak to those people, and how do we get those people coming to you? And so we work on that strategy next, okay, and target them. And then we go to the scale strategy. Okay, well, if they're coming, how do we accommodate them coming? And what's the best strategy for your business systems and your organization to cope with this market coming? Which comes back to the bloody problem we have all the time, is that as PTs, we only have a set amount of time that we can sell.
Time for money.
Yeah, we're capped, right? And so you need strategies in place to be able to leverage your time and scale out. And this is still the biggest problem for PTs. It is the core problem. And so I've tested some of those systems. I've challenged some of the status quo around all those things. But I think, I've invested a lot of money into my own coaching around branding, and, I've spent thousands of dollars. And that was just for me to be better at me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, the opportunity lies in now is that I've got some great things that I can add to, the small business toolkit. And it's one of those things that I think, again, you've got to bring a certain level of depth to what you're trying to deliver. And this is kind of, again, so a couple of people that I'm working with at the moment have gone into some kind of coaching, and it's been all about how to generate leads through online platforms.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just one of the ways, though, because at the end of the day, we still have to go back to, okay, well, who's in your local area? Let's look at your local area marketing strategy. And what's that? Facebook. No, it's not. It's get in front of people.
Yeah.
Walk the bloody pavements and do it old school. These are the things that are getting lost because we think that technology can take over for us. Yeah. Technology is a great tool, all right, but it's a hopeless master. Okay, you're the master, you're in control, it's a tool. Okay, so you've got to get out there. But you've got to be smart about it, because still at the end of the day, you need to know the narrative of what you want to, the message you're trying to get out into the world. You still need to understand that, because at least that way you know that who you're speaking to is the right group of people that you want to work with.
Yeah.
And it's about that. It's not about, okay, let's get as many people as possible. If you want to lead a fulfilling life, understand your purpose, your why, and connect with the people that connect with that.
Yeah.
Simple. All right? And that's what purpose should be. Do what you love, share it with everybody.
Yeah.